The United Nations International Court of Justice has issued its non-binding advisory opinion on whether or not Kosovo's unilateral declaration of independence is legal, deciding that in fact the declaration did not contravene international law. This will have repercussions both for the players in the region and wider in the global arena, where a number of secessionist regions may have interest in the opinion. The ICJ's decision has different repercussions for different actors. For Serbia, it's not going to really affect how they react to Kosovo's independence. Belgrade will continue to try to force new negotiations on the status of Kosovo, even though the United States and the West are not going to accept that. However, for Serbia, the Kosovo issue is really both about defending sovereignty, but it's also about domestic politics. For the pro-EU government in Serbia, it is very important to establish credentials that appeals to a more nationalistic side of the electorate, which is important because in a future showdown between the pro-EU forces and the more conservative nationalist forces. For Kosovars, the decision is a welcome one, although it doesn't actually state that Kosovo's independence and its status as an independent country is legal. It does give, in the court of public opinion, a perception that their sovereignty is founded on legal terms. The declaration of independence did not contravene international law. And this is important because it will give some wind to the sails of Pristina, especially when it attempts to dislodge the Serbian authority north of the river Ibar. Finally, Russia is really in a win-win scenario. By saying that the Kosovo Declaration of Independence was legal, the ICJ has essentially also given Russia a gift in that it can now claim that Abkhazia and South Ossetia, the Georgian breakaway republics that Moscow support, were also right and legally justified in declaring their independence from Tbilisi. The question that we need to address is whether it will encourage more regions to actually attempt to secede from their countries. This is a really complex question, but one that doesn't really hinge on the legality of secession. Whether secession is successful or not, history and geopolitics tells us, really depends on the context and the interplay of power players surrounding a decision to secede. So for example, whether regions of Indonesia or Philippines or Spain or Canada are going to be successful is really going to hinge on whether or not they're going to have the necessary means to defend their sovereignty once they declare it.